You know it's your boy DJ Chaddy and I'm back again. People, wagwan, I hope everybody good. I hope everybody alright. So for the first time you check out the Chaddy More TV, don't hesitate to hit the subscribe button and turn on post notification. So anytime I upload videos like these, you definitely are gonna be the first to know. And people, don't forget to follow the page. Like and follow the page on Facebook, Instagram, with it everywhere. So people, today we are gonna talk about the accused cop killer that was actually gunned down by the police in Corville Gardens the other day. Now people, something about this case, I don't know if I'm me alone I pre, but something about this case as a red flag. Chaddy, something a go on. Well, we not totally understand yet. Me I tell people, me I go try and figure it out, but me hope on read between the line. Now, remember, initially, the person accused of killing the policeman, right? That was in the wee hours in the morning in Spanish Town, and that person fled the scene and end up at Corville Gardens. Now, when him there Corville Gardens now, the picture when me get like him just there Corville Gardens are built with him girlfriend and them thing there. And police them forward and you don't know, them do they do. And only recover a handgun. Well, earlier on, they recovered, I think it was one of them rifle, M16, 6-pound, something like so. You see me? And now, them recover a handgun. Now, why me say the story kinda get twist up and bag of things. The person, what them say, is the man, the photograph that's released on social media. I mean, I'm gonna see who released it, you know. I like a birdie tell me say. But it's the photograph of this man. And them say, him do the killing. And that's supposedly a photograph in his younger stage. So now people, this other man by the name of Rohan Combs, him claims say that's his photograph. And he's actually living in fear now. You see me? So, how that photograph of Mr. Combs went viral and not him do the killing. In the initial stages, me telling you the killing go on in the wee hours in the morning. And that's the killing of the policemen them. R.I.P. to the policeman them will lost them life. But Damion Hamilton, that's the accused killer. Him dead in the evening by the police forces. Them never take no long to find him. You see me? But this man now forward that a Combs I say him no wrongdoing, and the people must stain him name all over social media. Well, not necessarily name, but him image. That's a wicked mix up. Him forward for clear him name. This guy was actually a deportee from the United States. How he got deported, me I go explain that to you at a later date. In this video, just hang around little. Me have a video where he might explain everything, you know, why him get deported, even though him did falsely get deported, you know. But what may I try to say, people, and my question to you, the man accused of doing the killing, that a Hamilton, the man were dead. Not the man where mix up the photograph or whatever. That is the original man. You feel say I really him do it. Because that man, you know, that man, the man father is a police as well, or former police. You see me? But I don't know. But just think about the time when the shooting go on. You see me? With the police them. And think about the time when the police them go for him at Corville Gardens. Me no know. I want to put it in the comment section below. You see me? But here is Combs' story. Why he was deported. Check it out.
On Thursday, Juan Gonzalez and I spoke to a Jamaican-born U.S. vet who was in the U.S. Marine Corps for 6 years. He served in the Persian Gulf War. Rohan Combs spent 8 months in prison for a marijuana-related conviction, but now faces deportation to Jamaica. We reached Rohan in the El Centro detention facility in San Diego, California last week and asked him how he ended up in ICE detention.
I I was arrested for a crime, and I served some time in prison. And right after my prison sentence was completed, they brought me here on deportation proceedings.
And you were arrested and charged with what crime?
Possession of marijuana for sales.
And this happened where?
And this happened in Orange County, California. When I was sentenced, no one, didn't have any money to afford a lawyer, so they gave me a public defender, which was supposed to help me with my case. After about 3 months in jail, he came to me and told me that the district attorney made a deal with him that if I signed a plea agreement that I would only serve 8 months in jail, and then I would be released after that. Once my sentence was completed, the Immigration Department of Homeland Security came and picked me up without my knowledge, knowing about anything that was happening. Then they told me that I was being deported because of the crime that I committed. No one ever...
Now, you were originally, you were raised in the United States, and you were served in the military as well. Could you talk about your experience in the military?
Yes, I came to the United States when I was 13 years old, and I grew up mostly in New York before I was 20 years old. When I became 20, I joined the military, and I spent 6 years as a U.S. Marines. And then I got out of the service after the first Persian Gulf War. I was in the service from 1987 till 1993.
When you were decided to plead guilty, what kind of advice did you have? Were you informed of your status, your immigration status, and what a guilty plea could mean?
I was never informed about my immigration status. When the public defender came to me and he said, well, we can do two things. We could go to trial, and if you lose your case, you could spend up to 6 years in jail. Or you could sign this plea agreement for a term of 16 months, and you're only going to serve half the amount of time, so you're only going to do 8 months in jail, and then you'll be released. Nothing was ever mentioned to me about being deported or I'm not a citizen, because all this time, because I was in the military, I assumed I was a citizen. And no one ever... That was never brought up at any particular time. Even when the judge sentenced me to prison, he didn't even mention that I would be deported.
That's interesting, because in the Supreme Court case of Padilla versus Kentucky, the Supreme Court ruled that attorneys must advise immigrants of the deportation consequences of guilty pleas to criminal charges. Failure to do so constitutes providing ineffective assistance of counsel and could serve as grounds for setting aside a criminal conviction.
Yes, I just learned about that as well. And right now I'm trying to see how I can, get some help so that so I could get my case in front of the Supreme Court so, I could state my case. And right now I have a veterans group. It's called Banished Veterans, and they've been helping me out a little bit on my case and try to get some support for me. It'll be good. There's a lot of veterans and a lot of immigrants out there that's not informed about the laws of this country. And it's really sad because 95% of any person that comes in front of an immigration judge gets deported with no help. And 90%...
Yeah, that court decision was just yesterday that came out. I wanted to ask you also in terms of when you said that you assumed that you were a citizen. Why was that you assumed it?
Because when I first joined the military, that was part of, what the recruiter told me when I joined the military. He said, once you join the military, you become a citizen, and the only thing you have to do is fill out the application for citizenship. And I did that in 1988. I did file an application for citizenship while I was on active military duty in 1988. They showed the government Department of Homeland Security showed in their files that in November 1988 they received an application for citizenship from me. But according to the military liaison, they never got a copy of that application.
What made you first aware that you were not a citizen?
When they came and picked me up. When my final day of sentence and I thought I was going to be released, then the Department of Homeland Security, they said they was going to turn me over to the Department of Homeland Security. And at that point, that's when my citizenship came into question. Before that, there was no one ever said anything about my citizenship.
And Rohan Combs, what about the effect of your service in the Persian Gulf War? Talk about going from that to being arrested for marijuana.
It's just, a lot of people, think war is an easy thing, and when you go to war, and when you return from war, no one ever, want to talk to you about what happened and no kind of psychological, treatment or anything. They assume that you're normal. And, for many years after the war, you got to cope with things that happen in your mind, not just the psychological things that happen, but, your friends that died, people that you knew when you was in service and they died, and it's just never been talked about.
So, people, that's the entire story of Rohan Combs. People, me really want to comment in the comment section and tell me what you think about this whole topic. Tell me what you think about Mr. Hamilton and Mr. Combs and the mix-up photograph, because them think they're serious, man. You can't really flaunt certain things, you see me? That mix up something there, because it has stay upon him. It has stay upon him forever. You see me? So tell me what you think about that. It's your boy DJ Chaddy, and don't forget to check me out on Instagram at I am DJ Chaddy. So that's at I am DJ CHADDY. Don't forget to leave a like on this video and comment in the comment section and let me know what you think about the topic we discussed today. It's your boy DJ Chaddy, and guess what? Remember, one way, any other way, wrong way. I'm gone.